That one is not mine.
Oh yeah, I just learned that we could lower this. I think I have one up. This thing's like kind of comfortable.
Just take the chair.
No, you're good.
How long you want this interview to be?
However long.
How do I turn off my
As long as you're talking loud enough for it to be a consistent kind of green circle. If you sounds like you are familiar with Scarlett's, then it's gonna detect. But if it's like barely kind of flickering,
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
us being
No,
loud.
no, we're
Yeah.
gonna be.
I have to tell my students that all the time.
No, that's not an issue.
Thank
All
goodness.
right, here we
Yeah.
go.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we live?
As long as you
live.
feel that
All right.
rumble like at the bottom
All
of your
right.
throat, you're fine.
Yeah.
You ready,
good to
Javier?
go. Yeah.
We're gonna lean in and talk to this guy. We're
Are
gonna,
we?
We're
Are
gonna,
we?
We're gonna take over. All right, you ready? All right, here you go. What's happening, everybody? This is Angel and Javier with Gamers on the Edge, and we are sitting here with the one and only, the amazing, the incomparable. Who are you?
John.
No, I need.
No.
John.
No, this is
This
isn't for
Jono.
your peers. This is for the people that
Yeah,
you,
the
like,
people
are
want to know.
reaching. You know.
My name's Jono. I'm the college esports director here at Warner University in Central Florida.
Warner University. Now, where in the world in the swamp of Florida are we?
We're like smack dab right in the middle. Funny enough, I think Lake Wales is either the highest point in Florida at Bok Tower Gardens, or it's like the highest point in Central Florida.
Now, I can tell you, because I'm pretty sure I know this, because geography is my
Yeah.
thing. No, it's not. I think the highest point in Florida is the Skyway Bridge.
Okay. I think it's like the highest natural. And
Yeah,
maybe
okay.
central.
Oh, yeah. See,
Okay,
that
yeah.
makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. So, Jono, we met you, and we pretty much, for the most part, liked you.
That's good.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
for the most part, though.
So how
There
how
were a
in
few
the-
things.
How in the world did you get into this? First of all, let's not jump right into Warner University, which is where we are. Plug. Did y'all hear that plug? There it is. Anyway, I just dropped. How'd you end up here? How'd you start in esports?
Man. Well, my background in like gaming, like what kind of sparked the passion for it originally was when I was a kid. I was in a pretty big trick shotting team back in like the early like days of Call of Duty, called the Gecko Nation, that had over 100,000 subs.
Which
And
game did
so-
you start in, though?
My very first game, like period,
No.
Or, like,
For like trick shotting.
it was Modern Warfare 2, like right as COD 4 was kind of sunsetting.
So you're old.
Not super old. old compared to my students that call me young status.
That's all right. You're still younger than me.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Which is
Maybe.
not. I'm 55. I'm
We're all
pretty
the
sure.
same age in
I'm
eternity,
pretty
though.
sure you're younger than me. We're all the same age online.
Don't clip that, please. No.
No. Anyway, so you started in Call of Duty of all things, huh?
Yeah.
Single player, multiplayer.
Multiplayer is toxic as it can get. Yeah. I was one of the best at Call of Duty lingo when I was a kid.
Call of Duty
Oh,
lingo.
man.
Before I met the Lord, for sure. Everybody says like, the phrase like raised by wolves. I was raised in Call of Duty lobbies. So
Nice.
I had like a stint where I wasn't close with my father, and Call of Duty kind of was my life coach.
Wow. That's a weird life coach
Definitely
right
in the
there.
trenches.
How
Yeah.
did you make this transition from this wild west of Call of Duty into
Yeah.
actual competitive and
Yeah.
streaming and everything else?
So I stopped with like everything Call of Duty and trick shotting and content for several years when I got back into soccer. And then after several ACL tears later, and then signing to go, actually, I tore my ACL 2 weeks after I signed to play soccer in college. That was my second tear. And so my coach is awesome. Love Coach Peterson back in Oklahoma. Still gave me a scholarship. I redshirted freshman year, and then during that time in my freshman year of college, I started live streaming on an app called YouNow. I don't know
Okay.
if you're familiar with that, but it was like before TikTok, and I was live streaming with a friend who moved out to Oklahoma from San Diego, and we were just like talking about the Lord with random strangers on the internet back in like 2016, and I remember like other college students saying that were watching our live streams, that were saying like it's so crazy, like when you're live streaming it's like you were created to do this, and there's like something different about you, like whenever you're live streaming it's like that's like what God's wanting you to do. And we were sharing the gospel with random strangers day in and day out after class, and I had this crazy idea. It's like, what if I started playing video games and live streaming and telling people about Jesus and talking with them about like my battle with depression and my suicide attempt when I was younger, and talking about how the Lord brought me through that, and really trying to be a light in a dark place, just like those Call of Duty lobbies. And so I did that, ended up hitting partner as I was like graduating out and starting the program back in Oklahoma. And all that fell into place in a crazy way. And from there went on to start several other programs and then moved out here. So
Now, in all of this, when you're, playing, moving into a more competitive world,
yeah,
you're also kind of bringing other people along with you for the ride, because you were actually a good player,
yeah.
which was weird because, for me,
I was never a pro
I was
player, but
never a
in
good player.
I was never a pro player, but like I was always able to like just climb to whatever like the highest level of like the rank system was.
Yeah.
But trick shotting is like a completely different kind of beast within content rather than competitive play. But I definitely know what it takes to like survive at the highest level.
Yeah, I mean, but you were still good. I mean, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but Red Beer,
Yeah.
friend of ours, he's like, Angel, you should stream, because streamers are usually either really good or entertaining, and you're entertaining.
Yeah.
And I was like,
He's not good.
yeah. I was like, I think there was a compliment in there somewhere. All right.
Yeah, you have to find kind of that balance of it and find what your niche is. But even now, I feel like it's so tough to make it in the content space unless you're like dumping tons of stuff into like YouTube and TikTok Shorts.
Oh yeah.
So
It is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the entertainment world is kind of wild.
yeah, it's
when
like
it
all
comes
just
to
chatting now.
this. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The Twitch and Kick and all of those. There's more IRL and podcasts and everything there is than there is gaming. That's for sure.
Yeah,
So if you're gonna game, you got to stay competitive and you got to be entertaining at the same time. Now, you're here in Florida. You're teaching of all things.
yeah.
You got a program that definitely grew faster than expected,
Yeah.
which is a cool problem to have. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So this is my 4th/5th technically like program that I've gotten off the ground and like founded or led. And so it's been interesting. Like we moved out here and I wasn't expecting to like have as competitive of a program like as we already have by God's grace. There was a huge thing that was passed for us to be able to have online students join our team, and it's opened up the doors for us to be able to pick up and bless top players from all over the world. And so they've joined, in Polk County like has not, I wouldn't say surprising. I find like more rural areas have a lot of really good gamers because there's like nothing else to do other than like drugs, unfortunately. And so most of the time they're hopefully gaming, and we've been able to pick up a lot of good local talent and guys from all over that are either moving here or playing online. And so we moved out here and kind of questioned, as you're figuring out how to navigate life with a young family, like, was this the right decision? Like, God, make it clear. And God's made it abundantly clear just with, we've had several salvations and baptisms from students that have joined the program in the first year and a half, which is great. I actually got to officiate the wedding for my Apex captain. He asked me to do their wedding for him and his wife, and that was a huge honor. And then we have several teams that are placing like all the way up to top 3. One of our teams won their division's national championship, which was cool. So it's been
like the Destiny team that doesn't exist.
Like the what?
The Destiny team that doesn't exist.
We don't have a Destiny team.
No, but they won nationals, I heard.
Oh yeah, no. So our team's doing so good that like well.
World renowned out here.
Yeah. So what'll end up happening is like students are like visiting the university, and like our team's doing so good that like other departments and people that like are rooting for us but don't really know all the like details and stuff, they're sharing like the greatest tall tales about pro players and teams that we've never had and how great they are. And it's awesome because like we're like almost to some of these stories. We got a lot to live up to at some of the stories that they're hyping us up with.
We've had some of that, and it's funny because I know when we first joined the gaming community, it was part of learning the lingo, learning the community, learning everything.
Yeah.
it's almost like a missionary where you have to learn the culture.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Because
different
it
language.
is a completely different
Yeah.
culture. There's a different language, and everything. When we first started, there were times where somebody was so excited. Mami, yo te amo. But my mom is probably one of the most guilty people. My mom would
Yeah.
just say stuff. She's like, oh no, they do this, and she was so close to what we actually do, But she was so excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you got staff talking, and they're excited too,
They
so
are.
they're sharing it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the right game, but they're,
Yeah,
they're,
that's what matters,
They're
is, like, the
still,
spirit behind it.
they're
Yeah.
still excited and sharing. But what games do you actually have?
Yeah. So we have Fortnite, Call of Duty, Overwatch, Rocket League, Smash Bros, and we're launching Hearthstone, and then Call of Duty is like the same as Warzone. So we paused our Mario Kart team as we're trying to find more guys for that, and then we're still trying to find guys for our Rivals team.
Okay,
Oh, that's fancy.
let's talk Rivals.
Marvel Rivals.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's
that
Marvel
game
Rivals.
is fantastic.
It is a great game. Sorry, I got excited. We do Rivals of Aether 2 right now.
Yeah.
And we do work with the devs. Great group of devs.
If they want to start a collegiate league,
You know what? We'll have to talk. Maybe we'll do a special
Yeah.
invitational or something,
that'd be sick.
and try to get some of these colleges into to that. I'll talk to the devs, but that'd be really cool. Okay.
But back to the Tall Tales. Where is the truth behind the Tall Tales? I hear that you guys have actually been doing pretty well recently.
Yeah, yeah. I think I kind of mentioned it already. So like our Fortnite team placed third in Play versus National League for Zero Build Duos, which was huge. Overwatch placed fifth in Play versus National Overwatch Championship League, which was pretty cool. So we just got back from University of Akron. It was freezing up there. There was like a huge blizzard. I almost got a 15-passenger van stuck on a hill
Oh no.
as we were trying to get our guys to the airport, and so we like almost got permanently stuck there. Like they would have had to
Nice.
live there.
Yeah.
And then Rocket League won their division national championship. Yeah, there's been like a whole bunch of stuff. We're actually about to publish an article that's got the list of like all of the highlights for like a recap for 2025. But God's really blessed us like in so many ways.
And let's not get this confused.
Yeah.
You are a school of approximately 1,000 students. That's
Yeah.
including the
Esports.
online students.
Yep.
And you're competing against schools with
40,000.
20,000,
Yeah.
40,000
Yeah.
players?
Yeah.
I mean,
students, yeah.
students,
But like
so,
some of the clubs have
Yeah.
thousands of players. Yeah.
so for you to be doing this well against schools that size, because I
Yeah.
heard, if I didn't miss here,
Yeah.
you had a big win against Georgia,
Yeah. We had a big win against Georgia Tech.
against Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Georgia, that's a big name.
Yeah, and they have a really, really good Overwatch team too. And so like in the Okra rankings, which is like the Overwatch Collegiate Ranking Association,
Right.
one of our grad students is actually on that. Though he's not biased, it's like a poll system. There's a jokes on Twitter about that. We've beaten several teams that are like higher in the national rankings than we are. So we're probably hovering somewhere between like top 10, top 15 in the country for Overwatch. And I think our guys can even crack into top 10 if we just scrimmaged more. But a couple of the guys are like working full-time salary jobs, engaged. So I'm pretty flexible with a lot of our guys.
They got to get their priorities straight.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
No,
don't
I'm just
want them. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm. So my biggest thing with my players, like I want us to have really competitive rosters. Like I do covet like a Division I national championship. Like that's going to be great, and I know that that's going to happen in God's timing. But like I love seeing guys that like Gabriel Lopez, for example. He was one of my undergrad students in Oklahoma with me. And now he's getting engaged and like he's working full time, and I'm paying for his master's for him so that he can like just get set up on a healthy trajectory and path.
That's awesome.
You know, and like I want my guys to not go to school and like burden themselves and like not have a way forward. Because my biggest thing is like helping these guys go from like just like their final high school year, you know, into a place that's going to edify them and build them up, you know, hopefully spiritually.
Yeah.
They come to know Jesus while they're here, as we're a Christian university. But you know, really develop them and open up doors for guys that are just like how I was when I was their age. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So for people interested in like that kind of opportunity, what are you willing to tell the people at home that you're willing to offer
yeah.
and like be interested in giving?
Yeah. It just like for like students that are wanting to try out for our
Yeah,
teams and
of
stuff.
course.
Yeah. Really, it just depends. Like the two biggest things is like obviously like your talent, like in game, like how hard of like a disciplined player are you? Like how much time have you put into your title and how well do you understand it? There's obviously like merit in terms of like how much scholarship we offer based on your rank, but that's not always just the case. Like if you have like other skill sets, whether it's like broadcasting and casting, and like being able to bring like social media attention. So like we have a student that like this whole semester she's literally just like editing and uploading like graphics and stuff and videos for us. That's like, and she's on scholarship. And we're trying to pick up more students like that. We also just signed, hasn't been announced yet, but there's a streamer from Reach Conference. His name's Kit Beardstone. He's an older guy who's got a full white beard.
Yeah. Right.
And he's getting his master's in ministry with us. And
Fantastic.
he's literally just going to be an influencer representing the program and representing Christ. And we just want to support him in what he's doing and help him further his education. So I would say like character, obviously is the biggest thing. Like how coachable are you, not in game, but like as a person, because that obviously affects how coachable you are in game. And then like, you know, how disciplined, like what's your craft that you're bringing to the table, and how does that fit in with like what we're doing. And so I just tell players, like, if you're meant to be here, like the Lord will make a way. He's a way maker, and you'll have a perfect peace about your decision and things will line up. And so I always tell them, like, if you're called to be here, God will make that abundantly clear. And if not, like, I want you to be where you're supposed to be at, even if like I want to conform the world to my image in a way and have you here. It's more important that the world is conformed to the image of God, and like I believe he has a place for every student. So
and I'm really glad to hear how the program's growing and everything, because for us as Gamers on the Edge, we run events. And you're 100% right. Everybody thinks about the players, but the broadcasting, the camera work, the editing, the uploading, the everything that happens before the event to everything that happens after the event, it's there's a lot that goes into it. Good.
I was just gonna say that. So I've seen a lot of other universities, and I've known a lot of other people who have been in their esports programs. And one of the things that I can say about Warner is twofold. One, while competition is obviously important, it's esports. Competition is not the only thing that you're looking for. You're also looking for personalities, people who are marketable, people who can further the actual community of the space rather than people just pushing the games themselves. And also, I mean, just walking around Warner University today, talking to some of the other staff members, like esports is not like a taboo subject. It's not something that people like turn their nose away from here. A lot of people are really, really championing you for this.
No, and that's one thing that's really encouraging, because that's not the case at like every university, and it definitely in different capacities for different institutions that I've worked with, like it hasn't been as like open armed at those institutions as it has been here. There's definitely an attempt to like understand it more. And as we've won more titles and represented the school really well, it's really exciting, and like people love rallying behind the team, which is cool. I feel like I have at least one, if not two, new students that are trying to like join the team like every week. And I'm just like, I really don't even have space because we just, we're growing too fast. So,
and that was cool, because we were walking around campus, whether we were at the cafeteria or walking by the ping pong tables, and people were like, "Hey, coach, what's up?" And everybody's talking about what's happening. So it was very, very exciting. What is the best way for somebody to get a hold of you, or just find out more in general about Warner's, university, or how to get a hold of you?
You could just add me on Discord. It's coach.jono. Coach spelled how it normally is, Jono, Johno. That's the easiest way probably. Or you can email me. My email should be on the school website. Those are two easy ways. Follow any of our social media handles. Warner Esports on Warner_Esports on Twitter, and then Warner Esports on Instagram.
Awesome. So. Well, you guys heard it right here with Jono. We're Javier and Angel. I think that's who we are.
I thought you full stopped. I was like, we are both Javier.
Yeah, sometimes.
We're both Angel, but we are not both
That
Javier.
is true. We are both Angel.
Huh.
Yeah, Javier Angel and I am Miguel Angel.
That's pretty sweet.
There you go.
That is cool.
Y para la gente que habla español, aquí hay gente que habla español también. I saw a lot of Spanish people out here.
Something here and also.
You're pretty fun. That was pretty good. No, there were a lot of Spanish people out there. That was pretty cool.
That's good.
I was hoping.
Felt
I was trying.
represented.
I need to introduce you to Silent Deku, our Link player. He's Puerto Rican. He actually just moved here like 3 years ago from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have to introduce you to him.
Well, that was awesome, man. But once again, thank you so much for joining us. We are here at Warner Southern. I can't even talk straight. Yeah, it used to be. That's how far back I go. Sorry, because I graduated from Clearwater Christian College, and when we would play you guys, we were playing soccer against Warner Southern.
That's crazy.
In Southeastern and all that. But it's Warner University now. But they've been around for a while. And the school's still around, and it's nice and strong, and the esports is definitely growing. So check it out. Check out this guy. Get a hold of him, and have some fun.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
See ya.
And I gotta run over there and turn the button off.